Hello there. I was not planning to go live today. I received a couple of pieces of guidance that I've been sitting with for most of the day, and feel that they're serving me well enough, and I wanted to pass them on to you, to share them with you, to see if it supports you at all. Okay, so. The first thing that was shared with me was a reminder about the current conjunction that we're in, the current astrological conjunction that we're in, which is the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. In fact, we've been in it for a few days, and we go into conjunction on the 4th of April, I believe that's it. I don't normally get too invested and involved with astrological things just because there's always so much going on, and I remember, you may have read Autobiography of a Yogi, but when Yogananda is in training, his master, Sri Yukteswar, he says, I recommend you wear these bangles today. There is an astrological conjunction which will affect you very much. And Yogananda says, well, Master, I don't believe in these things. And Yukteswar says, the stars don't care if you don't believe in these things. And that always made me laugh. So anyway, we're in one of them right now. And this may be the case for you when Spirit brings things to your attention and it comes back around and back around, then I start to listen, okay? So I'm at that point, starting to listen. So, Jupiter and Pluto, let's see. So with Jupiter, you've got the expansion, the magnification, and the progress. With Pluto, you've got that catharsis and that empowerment. And together, they're like a perfect mismatch, okay? This is the first of 3 of these we're going to have this year. I sat up with, this got my attention the other day, and some of you may have been watching. I think it's Monday when I was doing the readings. I was just noticing, gosh, this is really heavy energy. This is unusually heavy energy to work through, unusually thick. And then I remember this conjunction. And you see, it's not like we don't have enough else going on right now, is it? There's a lot going on the planet that we're all in continual adjustment to. And then there's this. It's almost perfect, isn't it? So we got the first one going into conjunction on the 4th of April. The last one will have completed by mid-November. So that's a long phase we've got there. It's a long cycle. In the fullness of all of this is wonderful. It's really, really good. But we're dealing with things like maturation and growth through accepting what is and accepting what we cannot change. Now that is, if you just take what I've just said there, the process of maturation through accepting something that you can't change. That sort of experience is in a lot of movies, isn't it? You know. We don't like the process of having to accept something that we can't change. That's not an easy experience. So this is a lot of why I've just gone and clicked live and gone and done this, because I find sometimes it helps to have context about these things. You see, so Jupiter, Pluto with the combination of Capricorn and Saturn, okay? We have 2 things happening together. We've got this personal drive to want to just get things done. You may be feeling inspired or want to move ahead, feeling a bit more ambitious, or like, I've got all this time, I should be doing something with it. But at the same time, there is the direct limitation of whether it's money, time, space, or something physical like that, something tangible like that, okay? And it's such a paradox to have those 2 together. Paradoxical, frustrating juxtaposition, all these things. We're being shown ultimately what truly matters. That's the grace of these 1, 2, 3 conjunctions that we're experiencing at the moment. I've only talked about the crunchy side of this, okay? I love that word, crunchy, the challenging side of it. There's a very, very bright side of this too, and I don't know we'll be seeing that as soon as June, July, when the second one of these is. I feel it will be a little closer to October, November, but that's how I feel. Anyway, this sort of conjunction greatly helps with manifestation. So what I'm talking about is bringing something from the intangible into tangible, bringing something from thought into form. I've always believed that manifestation is less of a mental thing and more a case of getting impedances out the way, because we're always manifesting, aren't we? We're always making things happen. We're always bringing things into form. And so, yes, it feels a little heavy at the moment in these next few days, and then we've got a big full moon coming up after that. It feels a bit heavy at the moment, but let's remember these things are coming up to be cleared, and what we're left with is a much clearer vessel, and that's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So, I said there was two things I want to share, and that's the first one, right? And I want to share the other side of it, because another aspect of this, because information for me doesn't do much. I'm not a creature that needs information only. I need experience. I need something I can do with it. Otherwise, it's just words, right? So the other thing Spirit showed me, reminded me, this is a day or so ago as well, is about the MerKaBa. And I need to explain, or perhaps remind you, what the MerKaBa is, the MerKaBa, however you say it. I actually haven't had a book lying around which has a depiction of it. Let me just show you what it looks like, and then I'll explain it properly. So if we go to there, all right? And if there we go. Okay, so you can see the human figure. You can see what looks like a triangle there and a triangle there. Okay, one pointing downwards, one pointing upwards. You'll have seen that, of course, in the Star of David. You'll have seen something similar to this as the Vitruvian Man in the Leonardo da Vinci painting. Okay, so I'll take this away now, but we've got triangle going downwards, triangle going upwards. So those are not triangles, they are three-sided pyramids. And that whole shape together is a star-shaped tetrahedron, all right? And that is, we all have that. This is not like your energy field, it's not like your auric field, which, or it's not like your causal bodies, which we have so many of and change all the time depending on how you feel and what you're thinking, who's around you, your age, and all of that. No, this is a geometrical form that's around all of us, and as I understand, we've got the same one around this planet. Around planet Earth also has the same MerKaBa. So the star-shaped tetrahedron is made of a three-sided, pyramid, going from around here, around your chest, down to about a foot below the floor, and the same one going from around your knees to about a foot above your head there, all right? So, I haven't gone and read up on the MerKaBa. I want to just speak from what I understand of my own observations, because books are great. You can look it up. You can Google this. But this is what I understand about the MerKaBa. Yes, given a degree of a spiritual experience, which I don't really feel I have, you can use this to travel between dimensions. I think we all do that in our dream time. I have had a couple of experiences where I've seen that, just a couple, and they were a long time ago. But I would say the dimension we really need to be in and spend the most time in is this one. There's a lot you can say about the MerKaBa, but I want to say this. To work with it actually affirms our geometric strength, which means our spirit sits better in the body, which means we feel better. That's the first thing. The second thing is when you start getting it spinning, I'll get there in a second, it actually deflects, as it were, a lot of psychic chaos in your environment from you. It sort of deflects, it rebounds away from you. Now, I'm not into this phenomenon of psychic protection. I don't believe in it. I believe in elevating your energy field and being bigger and lighter and brighter than that. I see that that works. I don't see that psychic protection works. But this has come to me, and I'm passing it on, because in these times we need to be thinking a little bit clearer, right? We need to have clearer heads, clearer thoughts, clearer minds, so that we can be making better choices in the immediate environment we're in. Yeah, in a few weeks' time, we'll be out and about again. We'll be able to support people. We'll be able to do things for people. We'll be able to care about people. But we're where we are now, and we need to be there for ourselves, for our family, to be making better choices and reaching out to the people that need us, okay? So the MerKaBa, this star-shaped tetrahedron around us, that's all of us, that's the same in all of us. Let me try and explain it like this. The three-sided pyramid that starts around your chest and goes downwards, the as so below, consider that spins anti-clockwise. The three-sided pyramid that goes upwards, the as so above, consider that spins clockwise. So these two things are spinning in opposite directions. I'm not going to make this a long thing. I'm not going to make this a meditation. My intention, my hope is that you have a go at this in your own time a couple of times and actually get to directly experience feeling a little clearer and lighter as a result of it, okay? So, how can I do this? Right. So the downwards facing pyramid is spinning anti-clockwise. If you just want to put that in your mind there, it's spinning anti-clockwise. I can't get this in shot, but if you arms out to the side like that, that's how wide it is. That's how wide it is. Okay. The star. Oh my God, long day. Sorry. The three-sided pyramid that faces upwards, that's spinning clockwise. And if you just want to spin around themselves, okay? And you might find it actually very quickly that you click into this. All right, so I am just going to go with this for a second. So this is doing two things. This is doing two things at once, all right? This is affirming your geometric, let me just say perfection, okay? Because the human body is a phenomenon. It's incredible. It's beautiful. It's exquisite. The geometrics of it. And the MerKaBa supports you to come back into that. Because we all have different postures, don't we? We all have different things going on. A lot of people have worried about different things, and that gets it a little bent out of shape, so to speak. The MerKaBa, and just thinking into it, feeling into it, as it were, helps you get back into that, which is what we would call alignment, right? The other thing is it helps deflect some of the psychic chaos around you. So I want to keep this nice and simple. Three-sided pyramid going downwards from about here. Three-sided pyramid going upwards from around your knees to about here. They're spinning in opposite directions, and you might just like to have a beam of light going all the way through you, Mother Earth, Father Sky. And as I say, one of those is around us, one of those is around the planet. I like to think of it. I like to think like I've got my car in the garage, right? but I haven't used it for about a week. You know, it's a bit like that. So we've all got a MerKaBa. We don't think about it. We don't need to think about it. It's there, and I'm just inviting you to experiment with that, and so that you can have your own taste of feeling a little lighter, a little clearer. And remember, I'm saying this in the context of this very powerful and paradoxical conjunction that we're in right now. And is really going to hit in about 3 days or so. Because you see, the way we are as humans, we get used to things very quickly, don't we? And our our attention starts to diminish. And actually around about right now, and this quarantine thing's been going on for a bit over a week or so, now's when we really need to start paying attention, I think. Because things are escalating for the very best reasons out there. And we need to keep up with this. We really need to keep up with this. So I'm gonna get off now. That's what I wanted to share about the conjunction, and I'm sure there's more coherent explanations of that online, and the MerKaBa. Again, you can read up on these things. So anyway, God bless you all. God bless you all. Really, the very best be with you. Lots of love. It's an odd thing to say. I'm really grateful to be alive on the planet with you all at this time. I really am. Yes. Okay. Much love. And I'll be on again in a couple of days.